this video, we're going to be working on a range of floor poses to find release in the thighs, the hips and the glutes. So if you could take a cushion or a pillow and have a blanket ready, that might help to support you through the practice, especially for your knees. The second thing to say before we get started is not just to focus on the movement, but also on the breath. So it's really important that you're not holding the breath as we flow through the poses, but that you're breathing steadily all the way through. So let's get started. So our first pose is going to be cat and cow. So to begin, make sure you've got a mat or some sort of kind of padding underneath your knees and hands. And so if you like, you can even bring the blanket underneath your knees if you have any sensitivity in your knee joints. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Hands flat to the floor, and you create a tabletop flat spine. Now on the breath in, we're going to start to look forwards, arch your spine, take a big breath in. As you exhale, press into the earth, round through your spine and round through your shoulders, look towards your knees. As you inhale, start to shine your chest forwards, looking forwards, arch the spine. And on your exhale breath, press into the earth, round through your shoulders. We're going to take about 5 more of these. Inhale to arch your spine, looking forwards. Exhale, press into the earth, gaze to the knees. So let's keep that flowing. Breathing in, breathing out. Remembering to really focus on the breath as you move. Two more here. Breathing in, warming up and releasing down the length of your spine and your shoulders. Let's take our final cat and cow. Breathing in and breathing out. From here, we're going to start to lift up by bringing the hands to the hips and starting to stand on the knees. So as you come up, this is where you might like to pad the knees with your blanket. So take a moment to set yourself up. With your knees on the mat or on the blanket, bring your hands to your hips. Now from here, this left leg will be stepping forwards into a low lunge. So take your time to arrive into this pose. From here, both your hips are facing forwards. Your left knee is over your left ankle. Now on your next inhale, you're going to drop your hands down by your sides and reach them all the way up towards the sky. As you inhale, take a gentle bend into that left knee, starting to move a little bit forwards, and you feel a little stretch down the front of your right hip and your right thigh. As you exhale, press into the left foot and move back slightly. Inhale, moving forwards a little, bending the left knee a bit more. Exhale, moving back. And so as we keep rocking forwards and back, we are moving with the breath. Inhale to move forwards. Exhale to move back. Inhale to move forwards. Exhale to move back. And at any point, if this feels too much, you can always take your left hand to your hip and have your right hand on a wall or on a support like a table, so that you can move freely with a little bit more support. All right. From here, bring both your hands to your hips. We're stepping this left leg all the way back. So as you step your left knee all the way back to meet your right, take a breath in here, and then take a breath out. This time the right foot is stepping forwards. So you can take it out to the side first if you need a little bit more stability. Both hips facing forwards, right knee over the right ankle. Reach your arms up towards the sky, or you could have your right hand on your hip and your left hand on the table or the wall. When you're ready, breathe in, bend your right knee a little bit more to move deeper forwards into the lunge, and as you exhale, press back. Inhale, try to stay focused. Exhale to press back. And what we're doing here is we're gently just starting to warm up and stretch through the hip flexor muscle, this big muscle which runs over the front of our hip and connects to our thigh and towards our lower back. So let's take 2 more here. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Bring your hands down to your hips, step your right knee all the way back. All right, so from here we're moving down towards the earth. So we're going to come into a little seated position. So you might like to just move your blanket out of the way and pop that to one side. Bring your soles of the feet to the floor and take your hands back behind you. Now it's important as we go down to the earth that you try to stay focused throughout the exercises so that you get the most out of the video. So start to lower yourself all the way down, use your hands and your forearms to support you, and eventually take the back of your head all the way down to the floor. Your feet are still in contact with the floor, walking your feet a bit closer towards your glutes, which are your bum muscles. Your toes are facing forwards, your feet are hip distance apart. Now on your next inhale, you're going to be pressing into the floor and you're going to be pressing into your hands with your feet and your hands, and you're going to start to lift your hips high to the sky into bridge pose. So from here, let's stay a moment. Try not to let the knees splay out wide. You might not be able to see the video, but that doesn't matter. Just listening to the instructions. As you exhale, start to gently and slowly lower your hips all the way down towards the earth, using the abdominal strength to gently take you back down. Now we're going to try that again. So make sure the feet are facing forwards, maybe walk the heels a bit closer towards the glutes. As you breathe in, press into your feet and your hands, lift your hips. Try not to let your knees splay out wide. Gently engage your glute muscles. Gently drop your chin down towards your chest so your chin is not reaching up, lengthening through the back of the neck. Exhale, slowly lower down. So we're going to start to speed these movements up. As you breathe in, press into your feet and your hands. Start to lift your tailbone, the lower back, and then the middle of the back off the floor. Exhale, rippling all the way back down. Let's keep that going. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. If you want to add in a little bit more, you could start to lift your hands behind your head. So as your hips lift, your arms go back behind your head, press into the feet. Exhale all the way back down. 2 more of these. Breathe in, press into the earth, reach the arms back, bridge pose. Exhale, lower down. Final time. Inhale. Let's see if we can stay a little longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower all the way down. Now from here we're moving into windshield wiper legs. So walk your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Take your arms out wide into a T shape, palms facing the sky. Drop both your knees over to the right and take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, take both your knees over to the left. And from here, we continue to flow, dropping your knees from the left to the right. And if you want to hold the pose a little longer, you can stay in this position. And then moving over to the second side after a couple of breaths. See if you can keep rocking the knees from side to side. Maybe increasing the speed a little bit more here for 5, 4, warming into the lower back and the hips, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet all the way back to center, soles of the feet still touching the earth. So for this next one, we're going to do pigeon on our back or figure 4 shape. So lifting your left foot off the floor, you're going to turn your left knee out to the left side. There's an external rotation of this left hip. Rest your left outer edge of the foot on top of your right thigh. Now as your left foot rests, see if you can flex your left toes. That means pulling your left toes towards your shin. Now from here, you can stay. Option 2, lift your legs towards you and gently rock your legs from side to side. And so now you're massaging your lower lumbar spine into the floor while stretching into your left glute and hip. If you feel you want a bit more, interlace your fingers towards your right thigh or maybe underneath your right knee if the body allows, and maybe pulling a little deeper into the stretch. And then we're going to see if we can stay, but as we stay, we use the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, breathing in. And as you breathe out, drop your right foot down to the floor, drop your left foot down to the floor, and take a breath in stillness. We do exactly the same on the second side. Lift your right foot off the floor, turn your right knee out, rest the outer edge of the right foot on top of the left thigh. You can have your hands on your body or by your sides. Lift both your legs towards you and either you can stay. Option 2, you can rock the legs from side to side. Or option 3, you take a hold of that left thigh with your fingertips or you interlace your fingers. Whatever the body allows here, and you start to rock your hips from side to side. Now keep flexing through those right toes, which means the right toes are pulling towards the right shin. And that just helps to protect the right knee joint. See if you can still breathe. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then slowly release both your feet down towards the floor. Take a breath in stillness, and a deep breath out. Okay, so lastly here, we're going to straighten the right leg down to the floor, and we're going to bend this left knee and pull the left knee towards the chest. Now, option 1, you're going to interlace your fingers underneath your left knee, and you're going to pull your left knee closer towards your chest. Or option 2, you interlace the fingers in front of the left shin, and you pull the knee towards the chest. You could start to add in some gentle rocking movements, taking the left knee out to the left side and bringing it back in. All right, let's gently swap. Bring your right knee in towards your chest, interlace the fingers underneath the knee or on top of the right shin. As you squeeze that knee towards the chest, you can stay, or you can gently rock your knee from side to side. Taking a breath in and taking a breath out. Now, as you start to release, just bend both of your knees. So to finish the practice, we have 2 options. If you're feeling tired, you're going to come into Shavasana, into rest, where you outstretch the hands and the feet, and you take about 10 to 15 deep breaths. The second option is to move into a gentle twist. So you might like to take your pillow here and place it just off the left side of your mat. So pillow off the left side of your mat. You're going to take your arms out wide again into a T shape, palms facing the sky. And you're going to lift both of your feet off the earth. Now as we move into a twist, our knees are moving over to the left side onto this pillow. As you drop your knees together, your arms are still outstretched and you feel this twist down the length of your spine. See if you can take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Releasing any tension in your body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Take a final moment here. On your next inhale, bring your knees back through to center. Move your cushion off the right side of your mat. With your knees together, see if you can drop your knees over to that right side. Open the arms out wide into a T shape. Palms facing the sky. We take our 5 deep breaths here. Inhale in through the nose. Deeper exhale out of the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Deeper exhale. Inhale. Deeper exhale. And then from here, as you come all the way back through to center, outstretch your legs in front of you. You can rest your hands on your body or have your hands by your sides. You're going to take a couple of moments to rest here, perhaps with the eyes closed. What I want you to do is just take a couple of deep breaths as you start to ground and release your nervous system into a state of calm. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, exhale. And you're welcome to take a few more minutes here as you take yourself out of fight or flight and taking your body into a state of calm. If you're ready to roll out of the video, you can bend your knees, roll onto one side, and slowly lift yourself all the way back into a seated position. So whether you're resting and breathing or you're coming back to seated, have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.